everybody. I am Scotty J. Welcome back to Rock Titan Live. Got an awesome show today. Within the last year, we had a chance encounter on a tour bus with Scooter Ward from his band Cold. Today, we got his bass player, Lindsay Manfredi, and we're going to be talking all about her new book, UNFUCKWITHABLE, A Guide to Inspired Badassery. All right?
Yeah,
So, without further ado, everybody, Lindsay Manfredi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Since the last time I saw you, and I guess since the last time I saw your last video, you got some color in your hair.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a couple too many drinks and let your friends talk you into, hey, you should let me put a streak in your hair. And I was like, a streak, and then a streak turned into that.
Yeah. Well, at least you
But
still
it's
have
all
your
good.
hair and they didn't shave you, you know?
Well, oh, that's funny because like my side's shaved, and I'm actually growing that out, so it's pretty wild right now.
Right on. Right
Uh,
on.
but I want to try to grow it out enough to actually put some extensions in it, so it's not insane during the grow out process. But I heard it's going to take a year or two.
Yeah, well, I wish I had a grow out process. I don't have one. It's one of them things. Those days are behind me, as they are for scooters, I would imagine. But
Yeah, right.
like we were talking about a little while, and I'm humbled that you even remember me, Lindsay. So,
I have a Rock Titan T-shirt.
oh,
I
right
like I.
on.
It's funny because I would have worn it. I would have brought it on the trip had I known, because we didn't schedule it until I was here.
That's
So,
so cool. Well, I hope it fits.
oh, it totally does. I wear it a lot. It's in my
Oh my God.
yes.
Oh, you just made my day, Lindsay. But obviously when we caught up, like I was saying, we were out there in Amish country, in Lancaster at the Chameleon Club, and I didn't even know I was going to get to hang out with you guys on the tour bus. It was one of those things where your tour manager just whipped it together. He was absolutely cool as hell. It was,
Ah,
yeah, man, you guys are surrounded by good people.
yeah, we are.
Obviously, since just in the last year, a lot of things have changed. You go from supporting your latest album, The Things We Can't Stop, and I'm sure you guys wanted to do a lot more support of it.
Oh man, yeah,
And then the clamps, you know.
yeah.
But
But everything happens for a reason. I think I don't know what it quite is, but we'll figure it out at some point.
yeah, yeah. Well, I definitely want to talk about your introduction to Cold, even though I'm sure you've talked about it at nauseum, and you're probably sick of talking about it. But we haven't actually talked about it yet. But the big thing is, I want to talk about this awesome book that you put out. Um, like I said, the title is Unfuckwithable, A Guide to Inspired Badassery. And from what I understand, this has actually been in the works for 4 years. And of course, now you finally had some more quiet time to complete it.
Hmm.
So, I guess how thrilled are you to finally be able to finish this project?
Yeah, I'm so excited, and it's been so well received. And I just the main point. Well, the whole story is my whole story, but then how I was introduced to Cold and how I actually got in the band, and it's very inspiring. It's very I want I just yeah, it's about inspired badassery and like getting people to see that they have the power within themselves, and it's asking the hard questions on like, what do you love, what do you want to do, instead of just kind of living,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
going with the flow, like, oh, I've got work, I got kids, like, what are you in love with? Because I want people to love life.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's a great message and something that's very inspirational. But here you are also someone living the dream. I mean, it's kind of funny. You almost kind of remind me of the character of Mark Wahlberg in Rockstar. It's like I grew up with the posters of these guys on my walls, and now I'm one
Yeah.
of them. And if you
Yeah.
work bad enough and you work hard enough, dreams come true. I haven't seen that movie that many times.
It has been years since I've seen it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm very blessed, and I got so lucky. And like, I've had the tattoo of the spider on my body since 2001. So I mean, I feel very blessed and honored to get to work with seriously the one band tattoo that I have tattooed on my body. That's how much I loved Scooter's work and the work of Cold growing up.
That's some serious commitment, you know, when you get branded. It's like having a tattoo of, you know, your significant other put on you, you know? And it's
Mhm.
just like, oh man, hope you don't break up because now what? You know, now you got
Yeah,
the
I
name of
don't
this.
have any of that business, so that's how much I was committed
Yeah,
to
right?
Cole.
That's serious. That's
Yeah.
hardcore. Now, that being said, because you were such a big fan of the band for a long time before you actually joined them, because I guess what, you formally joined Cold back in 2014?
Mhm.
Yeah. So when you're replacing, trying to fill the shoes
Of
of
Jeremy Marshall.
Jeremy Marshall, you know, so it's one thing for a guy to be, you know, the original bass player, you know, entrenched. He formed the band with Scooter, but he's
Mhm.
someone that you actually really looked up to as well. This is someone that you
Absolutely.
really respected as an artist. How hard was it for you to come in? I mean, you're excited, obviously, but what are some of the feelings you have coming into that situation?
Okay, well, originally, Jeremy played a 5 string, and I've always played a 4 string, and but Scooter was, he said, then if you're comfortable playing your 4 string, just do that. So, but I had to learn all the songs and really rehearse, and I lived and breathed Cold all the time. Even when I was living with Scooter in Temecula, like all I would do is rehearse and just be ready for it.
Yeah.
And I knew their songwriting style. And then when I got to do the album, The Things We Can't Stop, it kind of reinforced, like I knew getting into the groove of how Scooter wrote and how he wanted me to play. But I was scared. It was like, it was one of the scariest yeses I've ever done. And one of the chapters in the book is say yes more often, especially if it scares the shit out of you. Because Richard Branson had this quote, like, if an opportunity comes, always say yes and just fucking learn how to do it later. And that's really what kind of went through my head because I was thinking, oh, I don't know, can I do this? And yeah, I'll figure it out. So I did,
All right.
you know.
So we're not taking things too far with yes, though, because now I'm starting to think of Jim Carrey's Yes Man. You know, it's like,
Oh yeah, I mean, there's always a balance in life, right? I'm not positive all the time,
you know, it's
but
like
it can't rain all the
it's like the
time.
cold tour bus pulls up in a gas station to refuel. You know, and you've got this, you know, total, you know, vagabond ragtag group of people like, oh man, we just ran out of gas. We're just trying to get another 100 miles down the road. You think you guys could give us a ride? And Lindsay's like, yes. You know, like, what? No, this is not going to end well. No, but that's cool. You know, you're a musician and now you're an author. Was this ever anything that you'd really aspired to going back early on in your career? Did you ever think, because you're an artist, and as an
Mhm.
artist, you know, you always got your hand in multiple pots. I mean, so
Yes,
many musicians that I've talked to, they're into painting now, and we featured a lot of those guys and stuff like that. Was writing a book ever really a serious goal that you had had?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to write a book, and I've got 2 more in the works. So
Right
I'm a
on.
writer anyway. I mean, as a profession, just always being in music, I've always had a side business. It was called Lindstar, and I did ghostwriting for companies for their blogs, and I did their social media management, and I worked with a lot of people from plastic surgeons to tech companies. So that was like my background, and my degree is in communications and business. So
Very cool.
yeah, but I always wanted to write a book. This one I didn't can't kind of came out of nowhere because I was working on a whole completely different project for the book that I'm still like that's going to be a thing, but I want to actually write a screenplay for that while I'm finishing the book to have it into a movie or a series.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
So this book, does this, would you say, does it appeal to a certain demographic, or is this something really that anyone of, you know, any age, any background could, you know,
Everybody. It's actually is because like some of my test people whom I respect a lot are in their 60s, so they've read it. My mom sent me a text, and my mom's super religious, which you'll find out about if you read. And she was just like, Lindsay, I don't like the F word, but she's like, I literally can't put this down.
that's
She was
awesome.
like, your message is on point. So, but the main demographic that I wanted was our audience, like the rock and roll crowd and the tattoo industry and the adult industry. Um, just speaking about the law of attraction and how what you focus on expands. Somebody who wouldn't go pick up a Dr. Wayne Dyer book or an Eckhart Tolle book or Gabrielle Bernstein, those are my, big spiritual teachers. They wouldn't pick that up, but they'd pick up a book from a tattooed rock girl, Unfuckwithable. Because mainly it's about like making yourself get to the point where you say fuck off to everybody and actually do what you want to do instead of taking that outside criticism in.
Right. Now, I noticed that a lot of the themes in this book, I couldn't help but draw a parallel, with the things we can't stop, the most recent album by Cold. Would you say at all that that album and the lyrics and some of those songs, being, of an anti-bullying nature, did any of those things have any inspiration on you in the book? Like, did any of those things kind of translate into what you were doing as you were penning this book? Or had you already penned most of this book when the album came out?
Yeah, the book was done when the album came out. So it was a very like perfect coincidence that it really is. It's like a magic. I call it the orchestration of the universe, how it's like a little chess game. Like the universe is like, oh, we're going to go here and we're going to make it all come together. And it's a beautiful thing. Like that just makes me even more proud to be able to work with Scooter and how much we all have teenage kids.
Right, right.
And it's really hard out there. And,
yes.
I'm working on, I want to have a foundation and I'm trying to get this. It's kind of a hard domain to get, but I've put a bid in for it. So we'll see what happens. But there's some big things in the works.
Wow, you're brave. You're brave. I went through something very similar with Rock Titan. I wanted to get, rocktitan.com because I tell, my website's rocktitan.tv. Everybody go out to the blog because I actually did a very cool review of the things we can't stop. And we got some great photos of Lindsay are in there. And but so I got rocktitan.tv because if I wanted the .com, it was like $5,000. I'm like, oh, GoDaddy, kiss my butt, I'm not, oh.
Yeah. I'm willing to spend a certain amount, but after that, it's just a domain. So if I have to do something different, then I will. But I want it to be .org, so that's what I'm going for.
Right on. Now, so with your book, is it chronological, or is it one of those things where you can pick it up and kind of skip around chapter to chapter and read it in?
Yeah, you can definitely skip around chapter to chapter if you want. But some of the end of the chapters lead into the next chapter.
Okay. All right.
So it's good to just read, but it's a quick read. Like the chapters aren't more than, I don't know, 6 or 7, maybe 10 pages. It's an airplane read. Okay. So because I had to actually, for the first time on my flight over here is the first time I actually read the book on in the book form, because I had to like highlight some stuff that I was giving my publicist. So yeah. I read from California to.
Yeah, you're all over the place, and you're in the Midwest now. But you're originally a Midwest girl, yeah?
I was, yeah.
You was. So what?
I was.
So it's not a part of you anymore? Come on, that's your foundation.
I've always been a California girl. Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of being in California. That's where I belong. Okay. I love it. So, I always say I'm a Midwest girl living her California dreams.
There you go.
I love I've got my friends here and my family. This will always be somewhat of a home to me.
Right on.
But also my home's but my home's on a tour bus, so just take me.
Yes, yeah, and I definitely got to catch up with you guys on the tour bus again. So again, everybody, we are here with Lindsay Manfredi, bass player for Cold, and we are talking about her book that just came out on Unfuckwithable. A guide to inspired badassery. Where can everybody go get this? Obviously, I know it's on your website. Is this something that's also distributable through like Amazon and whatnot?
It's absolutely. It's on Amazon. But if you get it through my website, I sign it and send it out myself.
All right. That's very cool.
So that's eqxshop.com, and it's under the Cold collection because I make candles as well.
Yes.
Cold collection candle.
I might have to go get some of those.
Dude, they're amazing. They're seriously the best candles ever, and they're made with coconut wax, so they last longer. They're more sustainable, so you'll get about 50 hours out of
Really?
I
All
mean,
right.
they're great, and we've had nothing but great reviews.
Okay. Well, we'll have to put those links up
It's a
here,
little
and
passion project. Like
yeah,
I love
yeah,
to do. Like I'm pouring candles, hustling books,
yeah.
making music.
Hey,
It's all the things. But you have to. I'm my brain is all over the place, and if I don't do something, I literally go mad. And it's just like hanging out the last couple of days, not doing a whole lot, just kicking it with my daughter. I'm just like looking around. Never I've never watched more Netflix in my life.
oh my God, yeah, no, I know. I've been Netflixing it a bit too, but you're talking about some other things you have going on. You're quite an inked up gal, and you're going to be adding some more to it. Are you at liberty to divulge at all what kind of tattoo you're going to be doing?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna get some script on my ribs, and it's
Okay.
gonna say "Embrace me, surround me" as the rush comes, which is a lyric. So
Right on. Right
yeah,
on. That's very cool. Now, kind of parting thoughts because I know you got to hit the road here. But Lindsay, it's been awesome hanging out with you. Thank you
yeah.
so
Thanks so much,
much.
Scotty. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But with cold. What's have you guys been doing? Much songwriting? Have you been working on the next album? Because obviously, from the last album to the things we can't stop, there was a gap.
Mhm.
Scooter took some time off. Are,
Yep,
are you
he sure
guys have you guys used this time to come back fast and
did.
furious? Because I know a lot of bands are
Well,
like, oh yeah, we're gonna come out in 2021 with a double album.
well, Scooter is writing. We've got some film work that we're doing, and no, I as far as the album, I think that we're gonna wait another year because we really the things we can't stop is such a great album, and we're not done with it.
Cool.
We only had 3 months out, so and we were gonna tour with it this entire year. But yeah, we have a producer for the next record already.
Oh,
I'm really
sweet.
excited. I
Sweet.
can't divulge that, which bums
Oh,
me
but
out.
this is big. I can see you're lighting up. So this
I
is
know.
huge. Oh,
So excited. But it's gonna happen probably next year.
okay.
But we want to be on the road. We still want to support the things we can't stop, and we're still going to do a different kind of tour, which is going to be an intimate evening. So we're going to be playing a lot of the slower things, and we're going to reimagine some older stuff.
Sweet.
So, but we just have to. We're going to wait this out. This virus has to pass at some point. So yeah, but yeah, there will be new music, and I'm working on music, my own stuff, and I work with Gino Leonardo from Filter.
Well, I know because I mean, previously to Cold, you did more on the vocal side of things. You were the
Mhm.
front woman.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are we looking at a possibility of you having more vocal
Oh yeah,
involved? Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, we've already got about 7 songs recorded.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Right on. Right
But
on.
we just need to, I haven't worked on anything with Gino for about a month because we had that song come out uh, I worked on with Sean Bevan and Juliette Bevan and David Kinsler and Brandon Zano and Gino. It was called "It's Gonna Be Okay," and Alternative Press just released that on the 3rd of July.
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely check out that song because it's about the depression and how we're all kind of in isolation, and it's beautiful.
Awesome.
It's a great song.
Awesome. Well, everybody, we're going to hear more Lindsay. You heard it right here. You heard it right here. Well,
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you so much again. And it's been awesome hanging out. And
yeah.
yeah, you guys send me some photos of you in that most awesome t-shirt,
I absolutely will as soon as I get back to California.
Yeah, when you get back there, you guys send it to me. All right, everybody. Well, I am Scotty J. You are watching Rock Titan Live. I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Lindsay Manfredi of Cold. And make sure you go out and buy her book, Unfuckwithable, A Guide to Inspired Badassery. And please like, subscribe, share, circulate this, because we want to replace Joe Rogan on YouTube, So then I can go on to Spotify with $100 million deal just like him.
That's
You
yeah, do it up,
know?
buttercup.
Oh, I'll get my own tour bus. I'll tag along with Cole on the next tour. Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
All right, Lindsay, take care. Be safe, safe travels.
Thank you so much.
And
Appreciate it.
yeah, all
Love your
right.
shirt, by the way.
Ah, yeah, yes.
Yeah, great album.
I got a funny story behind that. When my youngest son saw me in this shirt, he's like, "Dad, is that what I think? Is that?" I'm like, "Yes, son, it is." So
I got to play with them at Summerfest a couple years ago.
really,
And yeah, it was them and Failure.
oh wow,
My old band.
yeah, wow, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
really cool. Yeah, no, I love Navarro and those guys. Oh man, they're pretty awesome. Yeah,
they
wow.
are.
I caught up with them and Living Color. I saw them with Living Color in
Oh,
Philadelphia.
nice.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, Corey Glover's a great guy. If you ever have a chance to do any collaboration with Corey Glover, he's an awesome dude, and he
Okay.
works with different artists all the time. Just throwing it out there. But anyway, guys, again, this is Rock Titan Live from Scotty J with Lindsay. We are out.
Peace.
Can't help it.